What's up, everybody? Welcome back to How I Lost My First Nursing Job, Part 3, the third installment with the Urban Nurse. If you hadn't had a chance to watch Part 1 or Part 2, pause the video, subscribe, go back, watch Part 1, go back, watch Part 2 in its entirety, and then come back and check this out. So, in continuing, now, I don't have no job, I don't have no source of income. You know, I put in applications for new positions. It's kind of giving me a time period to reflect and think on the role and the part that I played in my own downfall, and you know, how not to let it happen again. I really needed this time to just sit and think about the steps leading up to this situation. But like I said before, life stops for nobody. So I had to figure out how to make money. I couldn't go back to my old job because I had already put in my 2 weeks and it had ended. And now I only had 3 days worth of a paycheck from this new job. And I never mentioned before, but at my old job, I wasn't even working like full time, because I want to say at the end of nursing school, I had got surgery on my shoulder, so I had to take short-term disability for my CNA position. And if you know short-term disability, that's only 80% of a paycheck, 80% of your yearly earning or your salary, and that's still taxed. So I was getting next to nothing. So when I tell you I was down bad, I was down bad. Savings dwindling down, really, getting down to the point of having nothing. Luckily, I still had a roof over my head, but I had to figure out a way to make money. I'm not gonna just sit in the house and sulk and be depressed. Like, I gotta make a do. Life goes on. So God works in mysterious ways, because I want to say about 2 days after losing my job, I see a friend of mine post on Instagram how is anybody looking for a job. So I'm thinking to myself, now it comes to the point of, dang, I'm a little embarrassed. I just announced that I got a job, so people think I got a job, and now I'm coming to him looking for a job. Like, I'm just played off as a part-time. I'm like, yeah, I needed a part-time job, this, that, and the third. He told me about it. It was a valet job. We would be valeting cars at a hotel, and he's like, my first thing is, how much am I gonna be making? He's like, well, you can make from minimum wage to $12 an hour, depending on the position you come in as. He said you can make from $7.25, which is minimum wage, to $12 an hour. And I'm thinking in my head, because that's my man, we cool. He would give me the higher end of the deal, and I'm thinking like, I put myself in this situation. It's a valet job. I can do this for $12 an hour. I can still make ends meet. Like, so good, yeah, man, sign me up. I actually end up starting, I want to say a day or two later. Like, we expedited the process. First day on the job, I am officially a valet. A valet, yeah, that's me, temporarily. But it come with a lot of good perks, Nice hat, complimentary hat, got my own name badge and a coat. You can't beat that, But nah, like I said, life don't stop for nobody. Them bills gonna keep on coming in, so slow money is better than no money. I refuse to be broke, so I didn't clean toilets before, wipe ass on a regular, so it can't get much worse. So I'm grateful, and until these interviews come through, this is what I'm gonna be doing. I got a couple ones lined up though, but this is the current mood. But guess what? At the end of the day, I'm still a registered nurse, and I may need to save a life down here. You never know. Like, we expedited the process. So I worked there for about a week, and something just came over me to question. We never really finalized how much I would be making. So I really didn't know how much I was making, and that after a week I had only really made in tips probably $20-$25 because the first 2 days I wasn't in the tip pool because I was still in training. So I'm like, all right, how much am I making? I said, let me call him. Call him. Hey, what's up, man? I just want to know. I got a question. We not really talking about how much I was making, cause I know that y'all about to do payroll soon. He's like, oh yeah. His voice kind of changed up. You making $725. $725. What? Now, like I told, I was at this point. I wasn't above any job, but I also know my worth. I'm like, $725. What can I make? I made $725 before when I was in high school, and I never made anything close to that after my first job, and that was at McDonald's. Like $725. What you expect me to do with that? I ain't say that, but I'm like, oh, okay. What happened to the $12? Well, that's if you come in as a this, that, and the third, a position that I couldn't come in as. I'm like, oh, okay. So I am furious. I mean, like, I can't stop thinking about it. I call my best friend. I tell my best friend, I'm like, look, I'm about to quit this job. This shit is ridiculous, man. I am pissed right now. Like, I'm wasting my time. As much money as I'm making, I'm wasting my time. I want y'all to understand that. I just wanted to catch this moment and I want to catch the pure frustration. You feel what I'm saying? I couldn't go home and make this up because I'm heated right now. I am literally contemplating on walking out. I'm walking out, yeah. If you're watching this, don't laugh at my pain. Time is money. I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm wasting money coming down here. The money that I don't have to come down here to try to make money. I feel like I'm really taking a step forward to take 2 steps back. So I think about it, and I give him a call. I said, look, I appreciate it, but I can't work for them $725, and the tips ain't coming how I thought they were gonna come. I thought I was gonna be making $200 every 2 days, $100 a day or something. It wasn't coming how I thought. So I told him, thanks for the opportunity, and I had to move on to the next hustle. And again, God sent me another sign. My mother hit me up like, hey, I got a friend who does this part-time grocery delivery service, and she sent me a list of she gets paid every week, and she sent me a list of how much she was making, and I seen like $300, $600, $400, $250. I'm like, this is good money every week. It'll be something. It'll be more than that. So I'm like, sign me up. I start the process, and your boy was really out here delivering groceries, delivering groceries from house to house. But again, the situation just didn't make sense. So my first day, I probably got 1 delivery notification. The second day, maybe 2 or 3. But then it started to pick up. But the distance is so you go to the grocery store, you pick out the groceries, you deliver them, and then you go to the next grocery store near the next location, and it's all in a mapped out area. But I was driving all around the place, wasting gas, and I was only getting maybe about $7-8 a delivery, and I was only getting about 3 or 4 deliveries. I said, nah, I can't keep doing this. But finally, I ended up getting a call from my current job saying that they wanted to bring me in for an interview. And it's been history since there, and it actually worked out. It actually worked out perfectly because I love the job that I'm at now. I love the people I work with. I love the learn. I think it was the perfect learning experience and the perfect environment for me to learn and build a foundation as a nurse. But I think that this situation was a situation that I needed to go through, especially early on in my career, and God needed to sit me through this situation to really test me, to see if I could get through tough times. because tough times don't last, but tough people do. And you know, he really wanted to show me now, because it was either learn now or learn later, and I would rather learn now so that I don't have to learn later. So for anybody out there who's in the same situation, who's in a situation like this, or may face a situation like this, understand that, you know, tough times don't last. Help is always on the way, and just try your best to learn from the situation. Learn to take responsibility for your actions, and you know, that's how you grow as a person. So I hope this was, you know, a good learning experience for you guys, motivational experience to tell you what not to do, be on time for work. And I'm glad you guys stayed tuned and you watched all 3 series. So I'll see you next time. Got a lot more content. If you enjoyed these videos, like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Instagram at The Urban Nurse, and I'll see you next time.